Man, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. And if you can, hit the like button for me. We growing the channel. We appreciate all the help. And share this video. The channel is growing. I appreciate all the love and the support. Hey, listen, man. A lot of situations, man, they seem like they just blowing up, man. They don't seem like they're lasting. A lot of situations is just blowing up. All the situations that the world looks at, like the power couples, and when you say you love seeing these people together, and they're looked at like their relationship means something. It seems to be totally different than the image that's being displayed. Everybody's looking at these people like they have the perfect relationship, but when it all comes down to the come down, it's not so great, man. Somebody tell me what's going on. Does anybody know? Because it's like this relationship, that relationship, they all got issues, man. And we see now that Teyana Taylor relationship wasn't nothing with the image they portrayed. And when you look back into it, right, it's being said that it was a lot of funny things going on in the relationship. She's saying that the man been doing things that we wouldn't even imagine. The things that we wouldn't even imagine. He's cheating, and he don't want to help her. He left her in the house that was under construction while he went to another house. But I mean, the world thinks that they are just like a good couple. I think some people are better friends than in a relationship. Not everybody that gets together with somebody need to be married, or they need to publicly let everybody know that they're together. Because you got to understand, when you publicly let everybody know you together, it's other people that hate on your situation. It's other people that look at your situation like, I'm going to tear it apart. I would rather intervene with their situation. And you don't see it because you looking at your partner the way you want to look at your partner. And your partner might be having communications with people that you don't know. Because everybody wants to have that space. So in their situation, it then got crazy. It's like it ain't the same. I mean, and who's at fault? Is I'm in at fault or Teyana Taylor? And all we know is what I guess TMZ got the court dockets on the situation, and she's saying that he had infidelity and he was jealous of the relationship. Because when you get a divorce, you got to specify all these things why you want to get a divorce. What makes you not want to be together? And then it's like a time period that they make you wait to make sure that you're certain you want to get a divorce. And from what she's saying is, he was jealous of her. He was cheating. But why don't people see if the person is jealous of them before they get married? You can't tell if a person is jealous of the things you've done, the things you're doing. Or maybe that she thought because he was a basketball player that his position was always going to be higher than hers. And in some situations, when a woman feels that she has more authority in the relationship than you do, she's gonna handle you different. She's gonna speak to you different. She's gonna look at you different. She's gonna ration the sex to you different. It's gonna be a lot different than when it started, because the attention is more on her than it is on you. Because I'm sure when he was in the NBA, he had more attention. It was more attention on him than it was on her. And now that she's getting more of the attention, she's probably looking like, man, I can do better. I swear, that's one thing that I feel that can damage a relationship, when women are in a relationship and they might feel that they're doing a little better. They always think that they can do better as the man wise. And trust me, when she goes back out into the dating world, she's going to see that it's not the same. As in, you built a relationship with this man for 7 to 10 years. Don't think you just going to go out there and get what you want. Don't think you're going to be able to find somebody to replace that bond that you had with that man. They had a bond. Whatever they was going through, any relationship is going to go through things. Every relationship is going to go through things. And if you are that type of person that plans on being in a relationship, you got to understand that y'all are going to go through things. Them relationships that people are together for a long time, and you might look at it like, man, they've been together 30, 40 years. You better know that it was some things going on in there. It could have been infidelity. They might not have spoke for a period of time. They might have had fights and arguments. It wasn't just they was together for 30 years and it was all love through the situation. And now that they got like social media, right? People are so quick to let the relationships go. They're quick to say, I'm done with this. When something doesn't go right, instead of figuring out how to sit down with one another and put it together, being as though that relationship is really where you want to be at, they'll say, I'm done with this. Thinking that you're going to get that same love outside of what you already had. And thinking that, it can happen again. Now, I'm not saying that it totally can't happen again, but the odds are not as great as you mending the relationship that you already established. Now, some relationships can't be mended. And that's true. Some relationships can't be mended. But some of them can. Some relationships can be mended. If you sit down and say, all right, we did this, we did that, let's move forward with it. In some relationships, people can't move forward with it. It's so much damage there that they can't figure out how to move forward with it. And those relationships, understandable, you got to let them go. But if you love somebody and you plan on really being with that person and you plan on making a life with that person, you better figure out how to work it out. Because it's not going to be as easy as you think that you're going to go out and find someone to replace that. It's not going to be that easy. It's not going to be as easy whereas you think that somebody's going to love you how that person loved you. It's not going to be like that. To find that doesn't come so easy. That's not like just you go outside and you meet somebody and this person is the love of my life. Those situations take time. Social media done messed up a lot of things with relationships because the image is so many people that you can look at. Everybody's thinking that, man, I ain't got to tolerate this. I don't have to deal with this. I can find somebody that is on my level. I can find somebody that's going to respect me, appreciate me. When in this situation, this guy right here has been riding with her, and the way that their relationship looked was like it was good. You know what I'm saying? And right here with the New York Post, it says Teyana Taylor has accused Iman Sherbert of being involved in multiple cheating scandals and being extremely emotional and mentally abusive towards her in the divorce documents. Now, what I want to say about that there, right, is why when a relationship or a marriage doesn't work, does the person that plans on leaving the relationship always has the most detrimental and negative things to say about the other person? Why can't it be that the relationship doesn't work out and we no longer see eye to eye? It's always that somebody was abusive, they lied, they cheated. These are the things that are going to happen in life. People lie and people cheat. Now, abusing people, that's not right. But those things happen. But if something's not working, why would you sit there and continue to deal with an abuser? If the person abused you, why would you continue to sit there and think that it's going to get better? But then when you're ready to divorce, these are the main reasons. If someone abuses you, that means it's time to go. That means it's not fixable. If you have someone that is putting their hands on you, that means that the relationship isn't fixable. The first time that happens, that means the relationship should end. You should go your way, the other person should go their way. So if this person was abusive, this didn't just start. If she felt that the man was abusive, this didn't just start. But what I notice is some people that are in relationships that they say that they have an abuser, they wait until they get to a level where that they feel like they benefited, and then they want to go at this person abused me. Not that when the person abused you, you wanted to separate yourself instantly. You wanted to wait until you had the power to leave. And from what I'm seeing was she was upset that he didn't finish paying his portion on a project that they had together. Because I'm sure they have properties together and they have business ventures together. So when you have these things together and you're in a relationship and they don't work out, you got to split these things up. A lot of people are wanting to save situations, and at the same time when they're saving situations, they're continuing to invest in things together. When you already know that the relationship is not going to work and you see this from the beginning, hoping for change, why continue to invest in things together? I wonder if anybody can answer that. You know, if anybody can let me know why, when you know the relationship isn't going to work, there's abuse in the relationship, why do people continue to invest in things together? It should be understood that when the abuse starts, the relationship needs to end. This relationship is not going to work. It's not going to change. You know what I'm saying? And she's saying that their seven-year marriage is irretrievably broken. So it's no fixing this. And I guarantee you, she thinks that she's going to be able to go out there and find better. not knowing that social media has made it hard for relationships. You're not just going to go out there and just find someone to replace the relationship that you already had. Social media has damaged that, man. I don't think that's ever going to be the same again. Now, you might see some older people that tend to get in new relationships with older people because they look at life a little different than the younger people. The younger people are more vibrant. They're more into things. They want to be more involved with things. Whereas though the older people are more settled down. They don't want to be involved in the things that younger people want to be involved in. So as a younger person, when you're involved in multiple things and you're here and there in different situations, you have more encounters with people and your name gets tossed around, whether it's good or whether it's bad, but it gets tossed around. So you make it hard for a relationship to even be established. You have to be a strong person in today's world to put yourself in a relationship with all the knowledge you know about these social sites and different things that people are into. Before, things could be in the dark. You wouldn't really know a lot about a person because you don't really know what they're into. Now, all you got to do is look at their social media stuff and you see everything they're into. You can tell everything they're involved in, everything they're into, and you really know a lot about the person. When a person might be saying, no, I'm really not like this. I was just doing this for this. You know what I'm saying? And she claims that things were much different behind the scenes in her divorce filings, which she reportedly tried to keep private as possible by using their initials. So you got to understand that it's the divorces and court documents are public records. When you get married, when you get arrested, all these things are public record. So the legal system is going to put your business out there. You might think that I can just get divorced and try to keep it under the rug. But nah, your information is going to come out there. People are going to know everything that you stated in these documents. And you got to understand that it's people that do this for a living. They get paid to look into your documents, especially when you're a public figure. You're a public figure, people are going to look into your documents, man. They want to know all about you. And they know how to do it real easy. They request the documents. So you can make it look like it wasn't that, or he didn't do this after you stated these things in the document. So, and I'm hoping that if she did state these things in those documents, by her going out there and saying that the things that were said were not true, that'll contradict the things that she stated in the document, and it'll backfire on her. Because women will go to the court system on you and paint a such harsh picture of you when they want a divorce. And a lot of women will say, no, I'm not like that, and I wouldn't do this, and I'm not into that, and his is his and mine is mine. But when a woman got to go out there and grind again and she sees a man is very much in his own zone, she's not liking that. She's not happy about that at all. And you see it all the time, man. Real rap. And let me see here. And it says hold up. Let me see here. It says they've been separated for a while, and she's saying that infidelity did not play a factor in the split. So, and she said, however, she claims things were much different behind the scenes in her divorce filings, which she had reportedly tried to keep private. And now that the information has got out there, she's like, this isn't what it is, you know? And when you see these pictures that people be posting on these social sites, you got to pay attention to it, man. A picture does not define one's relationship or marriage. A lot of people in the public eye are unhappy. You got to wake up every day to put on an image for a lot of people. So when everybody has their own issues. Everybody has their own issues. So when you got to wake up and put on an image for the entire world, and you got to be like perfect. You got to have a perfect image. You can't do anything wrong. These people got to live where anything they do that's a human behavior that might not be in the likely of majority of the people, they're wrong. And people look at them and look down on them. They look at them like, you ain't shit. So when they got to keep that image up, that's a hard job to do within itself. Plus, you got to keep yourself financially stable. You got to take care of your kids and all that. So I do understand that it's hard, and it's even harder for a woman because the women have to majorly take care of the kid while keeping them in their present. And you got to deal with your child's attitudes and different things that your child is going through. At the same time, you have to function. So I do understand that is hard for a woman. But if you see that a relationship isn't working, why keep trying to fight through it? This should be well known to the entire world that you can't keep a relationship together for a child. A child is not going to keep a relationship together. This should be well known. No matter how many times people try it and people think that because we're going to stay together because the child, that doesn't work. That doesn't work at all. All it does is make things worse because you're not doing it for you. You're doing it for somebody else. Anything you do with relationships, it has to be for you because you like it. Because you want to do it. And when I seen the president, Carter, his wife just died, and they both made a statement. And the reason why their marriage lasted 30, 40 years is because they let each other get their space. They didn't clutter each other's space. And in relationships now, people feel like they got to be together. They got to know about where you're at all the time. They have to be able to contact you. Now they got the iPhone, so they want to FaceTime you all the time. And if these things don't add up, then it's a problem in the relationship. If I can't be able to put my contact on you at any moment, it's a problem in a relationship. And a lot of relationships fall apart because if the person did cheat, or if he didn't cheat, or if she didn't cheat, or if she did cheat, it's always an assumption that something's going on when you can't contact them, when you can't be in their presence. Well, why can't I come? Why can't I be there? This situation is not meant for you to be there. This situation doesn't involve you. People in relationships don't really want to have a separate life. So how do they expect to function, and how do they expect to be able to think when you always have to tend to the other person? How do you ground yourself first? And you grounding yourself should be most important for the man and for the woman. Both people should have their life grounded first before they intertwine what they should do for the other person. Or it's just going to be a miserable situation. Not saying people can't do it, but it's going to be a miserable situation. It's no way that you're going to be able to function life is right when your shit isn't. When you're not comfortable with your own life. And that could be the situation with both of them. Both of them could be uncomfortable with their own life, not being able to function the way their things are going, but they expected the other person to make sure that the other person was right. And those things are going to cause arguments. It's going to cause fights. It's going to cause discrepancies. No matter what you say, oh no, it shouldn't be like that. No, if a person is not grounded in knowing what makes them happy, but they're trying to make someone else happy to be pleasing, how are they going to function? It's going to be a time that they're going to be upset and they're going to blow up in the situation. But as we look at it in the world, you think that when you're in a relationship, you got to know where the person is. This person should be, the lady should be cooking and making sure the dinner is together and making sure the house is clean. But at the same time, she has to work. The man should be making sure that he does this and he's still courting her and he's still doing all the things that make her happy. And on both ends, when those things are not being accomplished, a relationship strength is going to buckle. Instead of finding out the things for yourself first and grounding yourself and making sure that you are happy so that you can be able to make the other person happy, it's not going to work if it don't go like that. You got to make sure that you know what you want first. A lot of people that in relationships, their friendship was based off of trying to please them to be in a friendship with them. Not coming to the table as I come as I am and I want you to know how I am and accept me for me. A lot of relationships, people put on a show for the other person. They're not coming as themselves. They want to make sure that they do the things to make the other person interested in them. That's the game that's being played. That's why when you get to that marriage point and the people have conquered each other because they're married, then your real self comes out. The person that you really are comes out. And a lot of times when the person that you really are comes out, the person can't accept that. The person is not feeling that. That's not the person that they want. They're looking at the image you put on to get the relationship going. Well, you wasn't like this when I first met you. When everybody meets everyone, they put on an image. The people that don't put on an image, right? They don't get into a relationship because it's not the image that the person is looking for. They're not accepting of the person that you are. They think that I want a person to be this way. So when they do meet the person that is being that way, the relationship ends to fall apart. It ends up not working because that's not who they were. It's the facade that's put on for these relationships to start. Then you meet someone, you start taking all these pictures, you posting them on the social networks, you're getting this attention and everybody's saying, oh, y'all look so good together. Y'all look good together. When this is a image we're putting on for other people, but we haven't found out really what's for us, how to make us happy. This is what's going on. This is why relationships are not working. People are putting on an image for other people instead of finding out what's for them. Maybe when relationships start, your social sites should be straight for business, not for pleasure. Because a lot of times, people will go on these social sites and post pictures of themselves looking for attention that they're not getting from the person that they're with. But when you look at it, you looking like, oh man, she with such and such, they're a good couple. He was such and such, they're a good couple. But they're posting because they're looking for the attention that they're not getting within their household. Their household isn't what you think it is. You look at the household from the picture that you see that these people are smiling, they're hugged up, they're going out here and there. But really, when they get home, they're arguing. Really, when they get home, they're miserable with each other. They're throwing shit around the house. They're breaking shit. I hate you. These are the conversations. These are the arguments. I don't like you. This isn't going to work. But they're trying over and over to make the relationship work. But the people from the outside only see the pictures, the beginning, the excitement, and then they hear about the crash. The crash is what's being heard. The crash is what's being heard. Why it isn't working? It isn't working because they tried to put an image on for other people, but this is really not who they want to be with. And they invest in all of these different things that eventually they're going to have to split. And most of the time, it doesn't work out for the man. Most of the time, the man is the one that really gets the messed up end of the stick. And we're going to see, because by her filing and saying all these different things about him, but then turn around saying that he didn't do these things and our relationship just didn't work out, we're going to see how it go. Is this true? You know what I'm saying? I already understand it, man, but a lot of people are still trying to make things work that really don't work, man. Who said that you have to be with someone to care about them and deal with them? You have to be present around them all the time. Who made this up, man? This is what we taught, man. This is what we taught, man. And from what I see, the fallout is so publicly humiliating to both people, and people still go through the same thing. Your fallout of a relationship is so publicly humiliating. It's like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? And she's adding in there that her husband, Iman Sherbert, crashed her Rolls Royce, fled the scene to avoid a DUI arrest. So you got to understand this, man. When a relationship doesn't work out, the other person is going to air out your dirty laundry, man. People just, it's very rare that when a relationship doesn't work out, that the people just split up and say, all right, we're not working out. Boom. Let's just split up. Somebody has to make the other person look bad. I don't understand why people still do the relationships the way they do them. Why? What's the purpose? I don't understand the purpose. If the same situation is happening over and over, why do people continue to do it? Like something different is going to happen. That's what it looks like. You think that this person is going to be different from the other person. And now, all the good that was portrayed to the world, right? When the marriage ends, everybody's looking at him like he ain't shit, man. That's the same story, man. When the relationship ends, the man is looked at like he ain't shit, man. And her Instagram post, oh man, she says, not too much on my bestie. In all fairness, I'm and I are separated and have been for a while. Now, they've been separated for a while, but the world thought that everything was cool. To be 1,000% clear, infidelity ain't one of the reasons for our departure. We are still best of friends, great business partners, and are one hell of a team when it comes to co-parenting our two beautiful children. Most importantly, we are family, and in the 10 years together, 7 years married, we ain't never played without or about that. Played with or about that. We just keep y'all asses out the group chat, which is the reason we've been able to successfully and peacefully separate without all the outside noise. The only reason I'm even sharing this part of the chat is because narratives are going a little out of hand and it's unfair to all parties involved. I hope this provides some clarity, y'all. Okay. Auntie, taking y'all back out the chat. Bye. Now, she says this, that everything's cool. This is what she's portraying. Now, when the divorce gets louder, right? And it goes back to the things that she stated inside of the divorce papers, right? I guess this shit that she's saying here don't mean nothing. She's saying keeping y'all out the chat. But I guess some people are not as smart, thinking that when you file for the divorce, that this stuff is going to be public records. This is not going to be hidden. They're not hiding the information. They didn't hide it when you got married. So why would they hide it when you get divorced? And when you get divorced, they want to know what's going on. Why are y'all coming to this conclusion? Why do y'all not want to be together? Why isn't it working out? But I guess some people don't look at it like that. They don't see that everybody's going to be in your business. You're a public figure. The image you put out there wasn't what it was. That wasn't what it was, man. And she also cited that previous DUI arrest and 2022 arrest for weed possession in the airport. She claims Sherbert would get annoyed while they were out together at events because photographers would ask for him to step aside to capture her. You hear me? Now, ain't that something? That's something there. But she wouldn't feel no type of way if they were out and he was the star and they telling her to step away. You know what she would say? I'm his wife. You know that's what she would say. That's the first thing she would say. I'm his wife. Why do I got to step aside? I'm the wife. So maybe he felt like, yo, I'm your husband. We together. But when it comes to a man trying to set that as a meaning, yo, I'm your husband, they like, nah, step over there, let me take this picture. Let me do what I got to do. Let me handle my business. The same thing with Nikki. Ain't that what she said? They said she said to Ford when she was at the interview, whatever she was doing for one of those podcasts. She told him, when I'm doing an interview, you shut up. You don't say nothing. The bossiness will come out of a woman when she feels she got that power. That's real rap. The bossiness will come out. And there's men that are like, we can say bossy in the situation, but men are going to do it in private. They're not going to do it in front of everybody. They're not going to play that role in front of everybody. And trust me, she think that she gonna find better ASAP. I guarantee you. She looking at the situation like, I'm gonna find somebody quick. And it says she accused the NBA champ of feeling insecure about being good enough for her when he signed his $40 million contract with the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2015. So prior to that, Sherbert had an impressive start of his career with the Knicks after being picked in the first round in 2011 draft out of Georgia Tech. When you are working on things for your life, it is important for you to mainly establish your stuff. Focus on your stuff. If you got a partner that you do feel that you need to be in a relationship with, and you do want to be in a relationship with, and that is what you want, you got to make sure that all of your ducks are first. It ain't no we making sure it together. You do that after. You do the things that you want to do together as like a hobby. All right, we're going to do this because we want to do this. You don't put those things to the front, man. Because when the separation comes, when the relationship doesn't work out, you better believe that she's going to want to control what goes her way. She's not going to say, all right, I want to make sure you got this and you got that. She's going to look for what the judge says, ma'am, this is yours. And look at you like you heard the judge. This is what the judge said. But I guess a lot of people don't pay attention to that when they get married. They don't understand that. But the sickness that you feel behind that when a relationship's over and you got to suffer and be okay with some stuff, that feeling is different. It's different when somebody tells you that you can't do this, or you only can see your child this amount of time, or you only can deal with your child at this situation. You got to meet the child here, and you got to be all right with it, man. But that comes when you don't make sure your stuff is straight. You got to make sure that you are straight. What you got going on is most important. Whatever you want to do with somebody else and whatever you want to venture, you want to put together with your partner, you got to do that on the back burner. That is secondary. You can't get in a relationship with a woman, and a woman can't get in a relationship with a man. This goes both ways. You can't get in a relationship with someone and expect to put the things that you have planned at the back. You have to put the things you have planned at the front. Forget, oh, we are partners, we together. When you do that, when the relationship does not work out, trust and believe it's not going to benefit you. You can be manipulated and let the man or the woman tell you that it's more important for what they want to do to be at the front and put what you want to do later, but it's going to bite you later. That shit's going to bite you. That shit is going to bite. And when it bites, it's going to bite hard, because you're going to say, damn, I could have been doing this. I could have been focused on this, but I chose to do this. Who does it benefit for you to stop what you're doing to focus on what somebody else wants you to do? Who does that benefit? You are born alone, and you are going to die alone. That's straight up. And life is so short. A lot of people take and put a dent in their life by focusing on other people. You're not going to get a second chance. Whoever told you that you're going to come back and it's going to be this way and you're going to come back and live like this, it's a lie. No one knows that. So you got to live your life for the time you're here with the things you want to do. If you plan on assisting a woman or assisting a man and helping someone out, make sure that the things that you want to do are at the front of the bus. And the things that they want to do are things that you would like to help with. Don't neglect anything that you have planned for anybody, no matter if you're married to the person or not. Because when the relationship is over, they're not going to think about the things that you neglected. When the relationship ends, they are not going to care about the things you neglected. That's just how life goes. And people still get tricked into believing that they will. Why is somebody going to care about what you got going on when it's over? Do you think she's caring about anything that can benefit him now that they're having a divorce? Like, serious. Does anybody think that she cares about anything he has going on now that the relationship doesn't work? I promise you, no, she doesn't. I promise you. She's telling herself how she's going to get through the situation. I'm going to get over this. I'm going to move on. Her girls is telling her, you going to be all right, girl. You going to get through this. She's not thinking about making sure he's straight. And when a person says that they're the best of friends while they're getting a divorce, that percentage is real small. Especially when the court dockets say he was jealous of you. How are you going to be the best of friends with somebody that you felt that was jealous of you? Now let's be real with that. If you felt somebody was jealous of you, how are y'all going to be the best of friends in the middle of the divorce? That ain't going to happen, man. It's not going to happen, man. It's not going to happen. Life just, it like tricks a lot of people to make people believe things that are really not true, man. I really think people be believing these things that aren't true. Straight up. Because I know well, right now, they are not on the best of terms. I know for sure. She thinking about how the split's gonna go. What's gonna be hers? What's gonna be his? That's just how it go, man. People can make it look like it's something that it ain't. But it's like that with every relationship, man. Every relationship. If you're in a relationship and you get married and y'all split up and y'all don't have nothing to split, then of course the woman's going to say, I don't want anything from him. She's going to say that. But if there's things to split, she's going to feel that she's due these things. These things belong to me. That's just how it go, man. But it's like people are getting tricked to make it believe like that's not how it go. When you see it all the time. This is what you see. Man, I hope that things will go smooth for him. But I don't see it. I don't see it at all. I don't see any marriage that is going for divorce going smooth for any man. And if there's any man that had a smooth divorce, I would like him to leave a comment and tell me. Let me know. I wish a man would tell me that he had a smooth divorce. I've never heard of a man saying he had a smooth divorce. In my years of living and being able to understand marriage and divorce, I've never, not one time. So for her to make it believe like they still friends and everything's still cool, I think it's a lie. You know? That's my opinion. Until I see something different, because I haven't seen anything different. I haven't seen anything different at all. At all. And now my thing wants to act up, but I haven't seen nothing at all, man. I'm hoping that it goes smooth for him, but I already know. I know what it is. I done seen it several times. I seen people lose a lot in them situations where they think that it's gonna work out. When they think it's gonna work out, it end up doesn't working out. You know what I'm saying? The man suffers. And he has to figure out how to put his things back together. But in his situation, I'm sure his bag should be up because he did have a woman that was grinding as well. So I'm sure his bag should be up. You know what I'm saying? His bag shouldn't be where as though he has to struggle because he did have a woman that was grinding too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of situations when guys are in the NBA and those situations, they get a woman that they have to take care of. And the woman's making it look like she's this big entrepreneur and she has all these things going on. And no, she got his money going on. So in his situation was different. She was holding it down in her zone. So hopefully he was understanding how to save some paper. You know what I'm saying? That's hopefully. So we definitely gonna see in that. Definitely. And hey man, we gonna see how it go, man. But I'm gonna get into Tiffany Haddish, man. Tiffany Haddish, man. When you're a public figure, you got to know how to conduct yourself out there, man. Your life is in the spotlight. You're in the spotlight. Your life is on Front Street. And I guess she not paying attention that her life is on Front Street. She out there trying to drink her problems away. You can't drink them problems away. Them problems gonna be there. Them problems gonna be there, man. Them problems gonna be there. They ain't going nowhere, man. Them problems gonna be there, man. No matter what you think that you can do to drink away your problems, it ain't gonna happen. It get real. It get real. And now Tiffany Haddish done got arrested for the second time with the DUI. She fell asleep in the car and got arrested. It ain't that bad out there, man. Well, I guess it is because all the celebrities are alcoholics or they getting high. So they can't be that happy. They can't be that happy. They out there getting high all the time. They alcoholics. So it can't be happy being a celebrity, I guess. It's not exciting. And we see it like all the time, man. They said she joked about it the first time. Said she asked God to bring her a good man, and he bought her 4 uniformed police officers. That's what she said. You know, she wanted a good man, and he bought her 4 uniformed police officers, man. It gets real, man. And just because you get celebrity status, right, that doesn't mean you're gonna get the relationship you want. A lot of these people got issues, man. Don't nobody want to be around them. Straight up. Straight up. A lot of these people got issues, man. Nobody want to be around them. But when you look at them on TV, you look at them like, man, they made it. They doing something, right? People don't even want to be around them, man. Real stuff. People don't even want to be around them, man. Because they got issues, man. And she should know, when you getting drunk, go ahead home, man. Have somebody drive you. Especially at this point in your career when you already been through it. People go through the same things over and over, knowing well what the outcome is. It comes a time in your life you got to make some changes, man. You got to I'm going to do things a little different. I really know that this is not working this way. But I think people go through things and think that the alcohol and the drugs are going to satisfy the pain. All it do is enhance it. Drinking and smoking enhances the pain that you go through in life. It doesn't solve anything. That feeling where you feel that it's making you feel good, taking you away, when it wear off, you back at the same spot. And then a lot of people get drunk and get high, and while they're drunk or high, they go through something. It's like, I got drunk last night and I lost this. I got drunk last night, I had an accident. I got drunk last night and I got in a fight. That shit is it's poison, man. That shit's poison. But people continue to do it, man, and expect to have different results, man. And she's already been through the experience where she had a DUI. She's already been through that. Why keep putting yourself in that situation? That just let people know that the people that's at that level, man, they not happy. They're not happy because they made it. They just got bigger problems. That's what's going on. When you make it to that level, you just got bigger problems. Your problems have enhanced to another level. You got to figure out how to deal with your problems at a lower level to understand how to handle them when you get to a higher level. If you don't understand how to deal with your problems at a lower level, when you get to a higher level, you're just going to turn to different things and try to suppress them. And I'm sure that she wants to be in a relationship. Most women, she wants to be loved. And she's not getting what she received being at that level. You think that you made it to this level and anybody's going to love you. Nah. That goes for both people. Men get to the level where they're at the top and they can't find a partner. Because maybe they're dealing with issues. People are all dealing with issues that you got to have that right person that's willing to accept what's going on with you to deal with you. And a lot of times we get with people that want to change us. Or you get with somebody that you want to change. And when you get with people that you want to change or they want to change you, it's not going to work. Nothing good is going to come out of that. It's going to be a messed up situation in there. You got to like the person for who they are and the things about them. That person has to excite you for who they are and what they do and how they walk and how they talk, the things that they bring to the table. You can't meet anyone and expect for them to change for you. That's not the person for you. Life doesn't work like that. Because somebody will put on a image and a facade for you to make you feel some type of way. But then when the person that they really are comes out, you saying, you did me wrong, you lied to me. This isn't what I expected. You told me you was going to do different. Anybody can say anything to anybody. Anybody can feel that if I tell this person this, they'll believe me. Their actions are who they are. What they display are who they are. Not who you want them to display or who you want them to be. You know? And we see it. Like, she's like looking for love. She got with Common at one point. And that didn't work out. And they said she likes white guys. So she's probably not their type. Everybody doesn't want somebody that has a problem where they can't be submissive or they have to run their mouth. You know, maybe your job can get in the way of you knowing how to turn off and on what type of person to be in situations. You can want to be this type of person, but then from you having to act a certain way, it's hard for you to know how to be that type of person in a relationship. That really can happen. A lot of these people might look good. You might look at them like, oh man, she's good looking. But is her personality matching with the way she looks? Does the personality match? Is this the person that I want to sit down at the table with and build with? If you say you don't like something about a person and the person says, well, this is how I am, you got to be able to accept that. If you can't accept that and you expect for a person to be different to suit your needs, it's never going to work. It's never going to work. It's only going to be a matter of time before the relationship ends. You can pay attention to other people and think that you can make this work because this person's relationship worked out. Nah, your relationship is your relationship. The things you go through with a person is the things you go through. How you build with a person is how you build with a person. You know what I'm saying? And for her to be getting drunk, drinking her problems away, now they on Front Street. These things is on Front Street. You know what I'm saying? She was in Beverly Hills and got arrested for a DUI. When you're a public figure, you got to watch everything you do, man. Everybody wants to make it to be a public figure, but get there and forget that all eyes are on you. You are being watched all the time. Everybody is concerned about the things you do. You know what I'm saying? And it was at 5:45 a.m. where she was somewhere stopped in the middle of Beverly Drive, slumped over the wheel, and They said she joked about the incident before when she got a DUI in the past, man. She got a DUI in the past and joked about it on TV. I don't know what happened with the results of it, if she got convicted or if she didn't get convicted. But, hey, man. People are unhappy, man. Especially when they out there getting drunk all the time. Ain't nobody happy getting drunk all the time, man. That's real, man. If you drinking and you getting high all the time, you're not happy. You're trying to suppress something. It's something in there that you want to escape. It's something about yourself that you don't like. That's why you need to be high. That's why you need to be drunk. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? And we think that we need these things. These are the things we think we need, man. We need to be high and drunk. We can't function without it. But I'm here to tell you, we don't need it. They want it. The people out there getting high and drunk, they want to get high and drunk. They want it. And understand why your function is off. You think your function is on point, but your function is off, man. Real stuff. Yeah. For real. Let's see if I can get this news clip to play. See if I can get this news clip to play. See if I can get this news clip to play. I guess not. Doesn't want to play. Let me see. Yeah. Say no to drugs, man. Say no to alcohol. It means nobody no good. Destroy your whole life. Destroys your whole life.
Ruben, some breaking news to tell you about involving actress and comedian this morning for DUI in Beverly Hills. Now, before we get to the details, here is tape from just last night at an event at the Laugh Factory in West Hollywood.
When I first started coming here, I was sitting down at the tables eating. I was receiving a meal full circle, and I'm so glad to keep on doing that circle. Well, I don't want to do the homeless part no more, but...
She was on stage last night at the Laugh Factory to help out the community with free food. At around 5:45 this morning, a concerned caller asleep behind the wheel of a car stopped in the middle of Beverly Drive. Beverly Hills police handcuffs. TMZ says she will be cited for DUI and relay. Was actually busted for DUI back in January of last year in Atlanta. Trial December 4th for that. She's been on the show frequently. Here's it up.
So she got a trial coming up next week. She has a trial coming up next week. And you got a DUI a week before your trial. Man. Got to be careful, man. It's certain things, man, that put us in them positions, man, that we really don't need to be involved with. When you know that you can't handle your liquor, man, you got to fall back from that liquor, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to fall back from that
This week's
liquor.
edition of Hometown Pride, it takes us to the
Real
South
shit.
Bay and the spectacular.
When you know that you can't handle your liquor, you got to fall back from that liquor, man. She got it. She got in a situation one time, right? All right, we understand that. You got the DUI, but you caught another DUI a week before you go to trial. Judge gonna be looking at that. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I hope that she has a defense, and because I think the second DUI, I don't know if it's a mandatory 60 days. It might be the third one. The third one, it might be the second or third one, man. Might be a mandatory 60 days. But is it worth it though? Once you start making mistakes like that, people want to cut you off, man. Those people you have those contracts and stuff with, they got put in there in the clause, if you can't conduct yourself out there and you start messing up their brand, they want to get rid of you, man. You know what I'm saying? They want to get rid of you. And hey, man, my boy Uncle Luke, man, he said Gloria Velez claims that he groomed her. Come on, man. Hey, man, you got to stay away from people, man. It's like people will turn on you quick. And Uncle Luke, man, he said, man, my paperwork right, man. He said, my paperwork right, man. Word. He said, my paperwork right, man. Uncle Luke said, I ain't having it, man. I ain't going out like that, man. I make sure I got all my paperwork straight. You know what I'm saying? What did he say? It's Uncle Luke, recent revelation about his alleged behavior at the height of her so-called Vixen era. Taking the Instagram live on Saturday, November 25th, his ex-2 Live crew leader blasted the podcast host for her accusations, claiming that he always minded the legalities around working with minors due to his own signing to his label. We know the rules and the regulations of this shit, he began. You know what you got to do when you sign an underage person. You got to go get consent by the court. The kid gets his own lawyer. Parents get their own lawyers. Then you have your lawyer. That's how you, man, I don't play. About the paperwork. He continued, now you get your business told fucking with me. I ain't none of them dudes, man. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. So make it make sense. Bring all the smoke. I ain't hard to find. I'm not hard to find. Everybody gonna run with their own thing and create their own narrative. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Luke like, man, hold up. I'm not going for that. And it's like they want to put a bone on anybody right now, man. You know what I'm saying? They want to put anybody that had it buzzing, they want to put a bone on him. And Uncle Luke, I fucked with Uncle Luke, man. When he had it popping, they had it snapping. Yeah. But now they want to put a bone on him. Listen to Uncle Luke, man. Let's see what Uncle Luke talking about. Let's see if we can get Uncle Luke on there. Let's see if we can get Uncle Luke on there.
Know the rules and we know the rules and regulations of this shit. Shit, I signed LaJuan Love. LaJuan Love was 14 years old. You know what you have to do when you sign him? Underage person, you got to go get consent by the court. They have to then get a lawyer. The kid gets his own lawyer. Parents have their own lawyer. You have your lawyer. Then that's how you, man, I don't play about that paperwork. I don't play about that paperwork. So they come bring all that shit, bring everything. I don't play about no paperwork. Now you get your business told fucking with me. I'm not none of them dudes, man. I know how to defend myself. I ain't none of them dudes. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. So make it make sense. Bring all the smoke. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. What Dion say? I ain't hard to find. I'm not hard to find. That's why y'all ain't gonna see no Luke on there doing nothing. They're gonna have them little vague shit and let y'all run with shit. Everybody gonna run with their own thing and create their own narrative. This industry grooms you, and then they say groom to be what? Great. When you talk about me, when a motherfucker say Luke groomed me to be great, Luke groomed me to be great. That motherfucker about that bag. Luke groomed me to be great. Okay? Call them all up. Everybody who I fuck with became great. Especially the ones who...
Hey, man, Luke said everybody that he dealt with became to be great. And he stand on that, man. They try to put bad bone on Luke, man. Said he groomed somebody, man. I tell you, boy. People be reaching, man. People be reaching, man. That's why you gotta stay to yourself, man. People put you in a bad situation quick. And then look at you like you ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then look at you like you ain't nothing, man. You could have tried your best. You know what I'm saying? And make sure somebody was straight. Make sure they got to where they need to be at. Crazy. Crazy, man. Yeah, I fuck with Uncle Luke, man. I fuck with Uncle Luke, man. Yes, I did. Luke had it cracking. Yeah, Luke had it cracking, man. Let's see what Gene talking about.
Have you ever shaved balls on camera?
Talking about, man. Let's see what Gene talking about, man. On the art of dialogue. See what Gene talking about.
Looking at this lawsuit, Cassie, she alleges that, Diddy, he'll get violent with her, and he'll get violent with any man that try to start a relationship with her.
Bruh. He know who to do that shit to. You understand what I'm saying? It's certain dudes that he'll do that to because he could get away with it quick enough, or he got somebody behind him, or he got some people there. They no matter gonna take his weight for. It's only so far he gonna go himself. It's only so far he gonna go himself. So now he gonna come at you hard, try to play it off, because he know if he do anything and it comes back to him, it's a lawsuit. He slapped somebody, hit somebody, that's a payday for them. But he'll make up that whole atmosphere, and then he'll look at one of the bouncers or look at somebody a certain way, and they'll take over his mess. So I could see him coming at somebody hard like that. But by itself, he ain't gonna bust a grape in a wine factory. But he don't have to.
Right. But I want to ask you, right? And I know you ain't signed it. I know you ain't signed an NDA, clearly. But did he make his artists sign NDAs and people that work for him?
Well, a lot of these rappers, A lot of these industry people, anybody who does business nowadays with the internet, they have NDs, non-disclosure. That means that if you work for them, you around them, you can't disclose any of the information about them. It's the same thing that he gave to all his artists when he gave them their publishing back. I'm gonna give y'all publishing, but y'all can't talk about Janice Combs, Justin Combs, Sony, Bad Boy, or anything that happened. Y'all can't talk about none of that. But there's some artists that didn't say anything, that didn't sign it, and they able to talk about anything they want to. And I think that's those girls that was, I think Danity Kane. I think a couple of them didn't sign it. And boy, oh boy, they probably gonna go after him too. Cause I heard him, and I'm giving you this, Aubrey. He stood up there and he said in front of a lot of people, we were in the studio, and I said something to him and walked out the studio. He said, yo, I'm gonna drug their ass off and pick them up and pip them out to my nigga. He said, I'm gonna drug them out. I'm gonna get them all on drugs, and I'm gonna pimp their ass out to my nigga. And I was like, them somebody kids, and walked out.
Now that's sick right there. He said he gonna drug the artists and pimp them out. And these people didn't sign the paperwork, so did he gonna have more lawsuits coming, man?
And it's somebody that heard me. It's somebody that heard me. I mean, well, it's not only somebody that heard me, it's somebody that I know who was in the studio at the time that happened, and I still talk to him today. And we were just talking about that the other day. He done moved back to Indiana. I don't know why. I'm gonna give you that one. He said he was gonna drug them all out and pimp them out.
Yeah, man. It's coming out on Diddy every second. They on Diddy's ass. Everything. They just keep putting more shit out on Diddy, man. What he gonna do? How is he gonna fight this shit, man? It's gonna be hard, body. It's gonna be real hard, man. It's gonna be hard for Diddy to hold this up, man. Real shit. Yeah, it's gonna be hard, man. What it do? Hold on. Somebody said they went into witness protection. This nigga is snap. They said her and the Cassie, the family. They went into witness protection. They snap. Snap. Went into witness. Damn. Nah, I don't think they went into witness protection. Did he settle the check, man? Did he went too far? Everybody's on Diddy. Everybody.
After serving in the military for 20 years.
Yeah, Diddy went too far, man.
Welcome to a special Sunday Night Live. Thank you so much for joining me. Y'all, I had to get out of bed and actually give y'all the news. It looks like Diddy's reign of terror is over. Y'all, it looks like Diddy has been, well, can we say the word BANNED on YouTube? At the very least, it definitely looks like Diddy is not welcome at the Grammys. But listen, we know there's a lot of mess in the music industry. It's not because of that. The reason is nobody wants to sit next to Diddy. Nobody wants to be associated with Diddy. And Diddy's ego won't allow him to sit up in the nosebleed seats where he had Young Miami holding the poppy sign last year.
Yeah, nobody wants to mess with Diddy right now. Diddy is straight hot like fish grease. If you mess with Diddy right now, you been looked at like you on the same type time. And nobody wants that heat. So, of course, I doubt that they would let Diddy come to the Grammys right now.
How things change. Remember how last year's
Soul Train
Grammys,
Awards.
Diddy was on top of the world. Young Miami was like holding the poppy sign. Little Uzi Vert was looking at her like, what is going on? JT was just smiling like, all right, girl, you love your man. Also, really quick, I want to say a special thank you to Chocolate Patilia. Thank you for being a Tattletales member for over 23 months. It is your anniversary this month. Thank you so much for rocking with me since the beginning. Y'all, let's get into this mess. How's everybody doing? Y'all know. Okay, so listen, right? They said that, do y'all want to get straight into the tea? Because also we are going to talk about Aubrey. We are going to talk about Capricorn, Clark. We're going to talk about Aubrey, the way she is still going on, even though it makes me wonder, did Aubrey settle with Diddy? I'm being dead serious.
Yeah, it's fire for Diddy, man. It's fire for Diddy, man. Hey, man. It's fire for Diddy, man. Let me see what they say about my boy Uncle Luke on here.
With him. When I met him, he was on the set of the Peep Show, and I mentioned, I was interviewing him, and I mentioned, hey, look, R. Kelly is more freakier than you, and then he said, no, R. Kelly ain't more freakier than me, and he began to eat a girl's ass out on the camera. So if he wants to deny that, there's plenty footage of that as well. And at that period of time, his record label then started calling up saying, please don't show that. Please don't put that out, because he was getting ready to put an album out. And so the best person with him, when I met him, he was on the set of the Peep Show.
Oh, shit.
And I've been...
Said he wanted to eat her ass. He snapped all the way out. Snapped all the way out. Hey, man, leave a comment, man. Let me know what you think about Uncle Luke. They try to say he groomed the girl. I ain't agreeing with it. Tiffany Haddish. She done went out there trying to drink her problems away. Got another DUI, and she go to trial on the 4th and next week. Let me know what y'all think about it, man. It's It's crazy. And Teyana Taylor, she ready to get a divorce, man. She's saying it's over. Let me know what y'all think about it, man. Cause she's saying that her and her Iman are on good terms and good co-parents and everything's good in the relationship, but the court dockets say something different. Is it she's on good terms, or is it they're not gonna make up? It's over. Cause she's saying that the relationship has been messed up, which happens all the time when it gets to this point. You know what I'm saying? The relationship's messed up, man. It's crazy. I want to see what this one here with Uncle Luke interviewing Lil Kim. Let me see if I can see this one.
You gonna do your part? Yeah. Oh, okay. Whole life story of Lil Kim, from where you started to where you are now.
Yeah.
You can tell us a little something about some of the interesting things. The point. You gonna do your part?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Whole life story of Lil Kim, from where you started to where you are now.
Yeah.
You can tell us a little something about some of the.
Luke definitely had them bras.
The point. You gonna do your part?
Luke definitely had them bras. I ain't even gonna lie. Uncle Luke had them bras. Uncle Luke had them bras, man. Uncle Luke had them bras, man. Hit the subscribe button, man. Comment on the video, man. We appreciate all the support, man. We almost at 1,000 subscribers, man. Coming a long way, man. It's not about the setback. It's about the get back. Now.